All right, welcome back to Perdido Key Gaming. Today we've got some more gaming stuff. In this case, The Elder Sign, which you may go, hey, this looks like that other game, you know, Arkham Horror. Well, it's from the same sort of thing, you know, Lovecraftian sort of thing. This one is from 2012, and we've actually played this one a couple of times. It's like I said, you're investigators. As with the other game, you're investigators. You have resources. The enemy is remotely controlled, as it were, and it's a cooperative game. You know, the investigators are working together to defeat the threat. Excuse me. But you know, as with most of these, it comes with you know, the box, which should look familiar. It had a thing loaded with tokens. You got your town thing here, and you got a card deck. And you know, unfortunately, once you break it all out, it doesn't all fit in here. Once you break out the tokens, they just all this stuff kind of doesn't fit anymore. But anyway, the you know, as with everything, the characters themselves, there's a number of the characters, so you know, people can choose which character they want to play. And I'm apparently being defeated by this plastic bag. But most of the times we played, we didn't win. That's kind of how hard it is for some of these living card games like this, or games like this. You know, as Doom rolls along, you just don't have enough time, it seems, to get everything done that you need to. So, but you got your characters, your investigator characters. You've got some event cards. Most of you know, they're a lot larger than the other cards from the other game. But yeah, that's basically it. Plays the same way. You got your little I forget which ones these are. Somebody enlighten me. Enlightenment? Damage tokens. Probably your insanity tokens, because being a Lovecraftian sort of game, guess what happens? You go insane. This is the town, or I guess town card is the best way to describe it. These are the monsters, kind of, sort of. These go and show up on the actual location. Location cards. You use your dice to get results. You gather clues so that you can advance. And of course, you have a Doom. A cool little Doom thing that advances the hour. Of course, you know, once you get to the end, well, it's all over. Like I said, I think most of the time we played, we lost. But these are the components. Basically, green dice are, you know, you roll to complete tasks and resolve adventure cards. Yellow dice are when you use a common item. Red dice is when you use a unique item, and it can get better results than green or yellow die. You got the ancient ones, who are the main enemy, and of course they have helpers to help kill you. Investigative cards, and their markers. You know, each one has a little marker. Adventure cards, the other world cards. When you open a gate in the museum, you can end up in a different world. Common items, unique items, spells, allies, mythos, They're drawn at midnight and trigger strange events in the museum. So, you know, you really only got one location. You probably got different rooms, though. I can't remember. It's been like 3 years since we played. Clue tokens, like I said, monster markers, mask monster markers that represent special monsters, the Doom tokens, the Elder Sign tokens, and you know, preparation guide. So you got the clock. Well, maybe I was wrong. I don't think that's not the Doom. Okay, got you. Now I remember. But the adventure cards, item cards, you know, play areas. This one definitely, I think you can play one player. You probably want to go ahead and set up 2 adventurers to carry out the mission at least, you know. The Ancient One, of course, is the guy that you're trying to destroy. Once you know, you're trying to knock off different areas. And tasks. Each adventure otherworld card features one or more horizontal rows of symbols. These are the tasks that players must complete to resolve the adventure. Completing a task, they give examples of it. You know, you're rolling the green dice. You roll a yellow dice to add, you know, add better stuff than the green ones, and you roll the red dice to add even better stuff, you know, to hopefully complete your task. That gives a lot of examples. So it is kind of different from the other Arkham Horror living card game. A little bit earlier, and it seems like it's a little more drawn out. It's not drawn out, but a little more complex anyway. But as you know, with the other game, you start out with a bunch of cards, which are your deck. In this case, you know, you got special abilities and event cards and things that are going off, so you don't have a deck, as it were, to play the cards to get through the adventure. So you're just rolling dice and hopefully completing your task. But I remember playing it. The people I play with are big time into horror movies and things like that, so they really kind of thought it was interesting. And when it gets to the end, that's when they get really kind of, you know, a little nervous, because they really want to, you know, defeat the bad guy, just like happens at the end of most horror movies. You know, the bad guy gets defeated, but with this game, it's hard, and you know, it's hard to win. You know, even with three to four people all working on it, it's still hard. It's still hard to win. Anyway, that's pretty much all I've got for the Elder Sign by Fantasy Flight, of course. They make a lot of these card games, and you know, most of them are pretty entertaining. You know, it could get repetitive, of course, but you know, that's just the way things are. I mean, if you really want some different kinds of games, then you got to keep track of what goes on at the annual gaming thing in Germany. You know, you see a lot of those Euro-style games that are, you know, got different mechanics. They're, you know, Scythe and things like that are a lot different from these sort of games. But anyway, yeah, that's all I got for today. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit like, hit subscribe if you like, if you enjoy seeing what you're seeing. And tomorrow we'll be going back to some more Magic the Gathering and seeing what we can dredge up from that game. And we'll see you tomorrow.